Loneliness, which is fast becoming a global epidemic, affects our well-being at work and our health pretty directly. It activates our stress response. We don't sleep as well. Our immunity goes down. We're more likely to feel depressed and have suicidal ideation. We're more likely to indulge in substance abuse. In fact, by some estimates, the health effects of loneliness are similar to those of obesity and smoking. Of course, at work, this means that if we're feeling lonely on a consistent basis, we're not going to be as creative, as productive, and as engaged. Research also shows that the lonelier that we get, the more likely we are to start humanizing our gadgets and our pets. So what can we do about this, both for our own selves, but also for the benefit of others around us at work? Our first inclination might be to strengthen our existing connections with our family, friends, and colleagues. And of course, that's very important. We should do that. But I want to share with you some research by Elizabeth Dunn and her colleagues, which shows that when it comes to loneliness, all of our connections matter, even the so-called weak ties or the people at the periphery of our lives. And they have shown that when we engage in this kind of everyday prosociality, which is just a fancy way of saying if we are able to interact with strangers and acquaintances in our everyday lives. So think about saying hello to the person in the elevator next to you, in the coffee line, or maybe on your commute. All these interactions have been shown to improve our sense of well-being, our perception of our environment, and to improve our life satisfaction. In other words, they help to make for a less lonely day. And in fact, in one study, terminally ill cancer patients who regularly interacted with other patients lived twice as long as those patients who did not interact with others. Now, I know it can feel a little intimidating or even awkward to go up to a stranger or an acquaintance to strike up a conversation. But keep in mind that even though you're taking that risk of being rejected by them or feeling like they don't want to be disturbed, at the end of the day, they are also human beings just like us who are also longing for this kind of connection. So this week, be bold, take that step, go out, extend your friendliness and kindness to strangers, your so-called weak ties, and you will be doing your body and mind a lot of good, but in the process, you just might end up making their day as well. I'm Parneet, and this is the Science of Wellbeing at Work.